Welcome to this energy reading for what you need to hear right now. You clicked on this video because there's something here Spirit has for you. Of course, as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If anything does connect for you, if you don't mind supporting with a like, comment, subscribe, I'd really appreciate the support being a new YouTuber. And of course, welcome you to the channel. So thank you for being here and for your time and energy. Let's go ahead and get into your reading and just see what Spirit has for you. What is most important for the listener at this time that we need to discuss. Okay, these cards want to come out here. Okay, so we have Neptune talking about vision. You could be a Pisces, have it in your chart, doesn't have to be. This is Pisces energy. Then we have second house, which is Taurus energy, talking about your resources. So there's something here about you having like a newfound sense of clarity when it comes to how to build your resources, or something about something you already know, something you already have wisdom about, or maybe this is something you're already working on and trying to figure out how you can make it more, or like maybe you're getting new insights with the Neptune energy, like intuitive insights, signs, synchronicities, like things coming up that are helping you see things from a different perspective, and trying new ways of being able to manifest money. So maybe trying to manifest money is something that, of course, we all want. I'm also seeing trine and sextile at the bottom of the deck, which also is a very positive, harmonious transit positioning of the planets in astrology. So this lets me know there's something very harmonious is just the best word I think I can say, of like things coming together, and that like you get these ideas, you get this inspiration or passion, or just like this pull or call to say something, to do something, to go somewhere, to post something online, to try something in a different way, and not being hard on yourself or too like prickly with this energy when it comes to like things having to be perfect, or things having to look a certain way to be successful. Like it doesn't have to be so commercialized, for example, or it just doesn't need to be so polished or something like that. It's like follow what feels organic, what feels natural, what feels like the right thing to do, even if it doesn't fully make sense. The second house, this is Taurus energy, but for some reason, this bow and arrow really speaks to me in regards to Sagittarius energy. And so it's almost like this arrow makes me feel that I don't know if you've been in school or something like that, because school is kind of coming through with this apple here, and also with like the blossoms for some reason make me feel like springtime. So maybe there was something as far back as springtime that us in the US being in summer now, going into August, but that won't be for everyone. I just feel like maybe there's something that you have started earlier in the year, or something that you did learn earlier this year that you're maybe going to be quickly implementing now, because you've like gained all the knowledge or clarity about this. Like maybe again, this is something you've been working on for a while, and now it's like you're becoming free, or there's like this like something about things falling into place that kind of like creates this perfect opportunity for some vision that you have, some imagination, idea, whatever it is, to come to life, that can like turn into some sort of resource, stream of income, business, or maybe even something that you may be teaching to other people. We are about to step into Leo season. So, I've been doing the zodiac sign readings, and it just kind of makes me feel like with all the readings so far that Leo season is going to be very uplifting and passionate and creative, and a great time to like put yourself out there, spread your wings, and and especially when you're ready, because for some reason this other card is talking to me, the 12th house, because 12th house is literally Pisces energy as well. So I don't know if I'm talking to a Pisces again. If you have that in your chart, check it out. But this is also alignment. This is also the chakra system. So maybe some of you have been working on your chakras, maybe listening to frequency music. That won't be for everyone, but the 12th house is a confirmation of this imagination, this spiritual calling, this intuitive insight to yourself, your situation, and like having a greater sense of alignment and just like divine timing, almost like of things like coming to this completion in order. It's like I was saying before with the second house, it's like maybe you've been working on something or creating something or planning something since springtime, and now it's getting ready to towards the end, like 12, kind of similar to like the end of the year. It's like getting ready for some sort of new beginning that you're about to step into. I feel like a lot of you may have been working on your healing as well, with Chiron energy that's coming through as well. But of course you'll know if that's for you or not, like if you've been going through major changes, or a shedding of a version of yourself, or even like with people around you, like feeling more connected with those who are like-minded and have a similar vision and similar energy, and kind of like letting go of people, places, things that just aren't really in alignment or beneficial to you stepping into this new beginning, whatever it is. Hopefully that's making sense. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot and see in further detail what wants to come up for the collective at this time. Again, I'm like, just for the signs that may apply, Pisces energy, Sagittarius, Taurus, Scorpio, maybe for some of you. But let's see what else wants to come up, Spirit, for the listener. What is most important that we need to talk about? The Magician. Holy shit, yes. So that's Mercury energy, and Mercury's been in retrograde. Yeah, and there's more Pisces energy. So we have the Magician card, which is, again, this confirmation of what I'm saying about you stepping into a greater sense of power, a greater sense of creativity, because it's like I'm hearing Hermione. It's almost like this is a fancy Hermione that's like, Wingardium Leviosa, and she like waves her magic wand, and like these pumpkins, for example, like similar to, I mean, she actually does look like Cinderella quite a bit. But it's like this alchemy or magical type of energy, this manifestational kind of energy, where she's able to turn water to wine or pumpkins into a carriage. How that happened in Cinderella. But I will say there's something about an opportunity that it's kind of like, for some of you, maybe you this is what you've been waiting on, because the Four of Cups talks about having things that are fulfilling, but it's like there's just something missing. And maybe this is partly why for some of you, like, there's been this period of like introspection, because not only do you have introspection with the 12th house here, you also have the Hanged Man, which literally is a card about introspection. This also is Pisces energy. The 12th house is Pisces energy. So this is confirming like this Neptunian, I guess if you could call it that, energy of like your dreams and your calling and your vision for the future. And because of like the challenges that you've been in, where not only things haven't been very fulfilling, or maybe you've been feeling like not really sure, or just not really seeing what the kind of magic key is, or like the what the how should I say, what are the like right components, or what's the right time, place, maybe feeling like of course discouraged with maybe what you've been experiencing, because not only with the Four of Cups, but you also have the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords is a really like heavy energy of like major endings. I mean, you see how gory this card is, of like someone has been cut off, someone has been basically offed, so to speak, if you catch my drift. But I mean, it's very bloody, it's very painful. It's a major deep ending, and that's why I think, again, this is why the Chiron is coming through, talking about healing, because there's been a big change and transformation with the snake energy, because snakes represent this shedding type of energy. And you even see in the card too how like the snake is mostly light, but there's this shadow energy that is at the tail end, which kind of speaks to me that, especially with the Ten of Swords, because the Ten of Swords talks about endings. So there's been like a major shedding in your life of some sort, and now because that's coming to an end, now you're able to take the wisdom that you have gained and the knowledge that you have and the experience, because you have a lot more clear vision, and now everything is like falling back into place, where things were very chaotic before, where it's like, where maybe before you weren't really seeing the blessing and opportunity that's been there really all along. But because you had to be hung upside down, things had to be turned upside down. It's like maybe you feel like your whole life was flipped around, or there's been like major chaos, and it's kind of almost like rock bottom energy for some of you. But this is in this catalyst, so to speak, and in this big maybe even karmic or life soul lesson, like soul contract type of energy, where all of this is helping you awaken to this divine knowledge, to this divine vision, and also being guided to this perfect time during this opportunity to like chart a new course, take a new path, start something new. But this thing that you're starting is something that would not have really been able to start, or you would not have really been able to see this new beginning or know where to go, know what to do, if it wasn't for you, for things being flipped upside down, for you to see things from this like more spiritual perspective. I hope that makes sense. But there's actually a story with this card, with the Hanged Man energy, where I think it was one of the gods. I just can't remember on the tip of my or in my head. I was about to say tip of my tongue, but I can't really remember right now which god it was. But you can look it up, what the story is of the Hanged Man, where basically I think it was actually a man that went to the tree of knowledge, the tree of life. Which is also interesting, because as I was saying, there's something about this arrow that's also a part of a tree. And I was saying something about knowledge with the apple here, that there's something here that like something about a sacrifice, or something about like this major challenge has actually been something that, whether you chose it or not, consciously or unconsciously, that it actually is helping you gain the knowledge of the gods, which is what in the story the person like hangs themselves at the tree of knowledge or tree of life and gains the knowledge of the universe, like legit. And that's why I think you have been in this, like, again, this metamorphosis, which has been coming through so much in the zodiac sign reading. So definitely check out your zodiac sign reading, sun, moon, rising, whatever you feel drawn to. Or check out your astrological chart to see where the planets lie when you were born. Because again, I just feel like there's something very strongly coming through about this sextile trine of like the alignment of the planets in a certain particular way and positioning that is actually creating this like, I'm hearing conjunction in my mind. There is a conjunction card. It's not out here right now, but it's just like this coming together of like, similar to what I was saying, like puzzle pieces falling into place in order to create this bigger vision that is going to that you're going to be called to, that is going to uh, be something where like you share knowledge, or you're sharing something with the world, or using what you have learned to create some sort of abundance, wealth, stability, security. Like you have a brand new sense of self-worth and power that is coming in for you if you don't feel this already. Maybe you're a Gemini, Virgo. That's coming through as well with the Magician card. I'm trying to, because I feel like there's something else here. I'm burping now, which is just a sign for me, which I know may seem random, but it's not. I just get physical symptoms during my reading sometimes, being an empath reader. So this also confirms this message of healing, because as you know, with burping, it is a releasing of air. So there is something that, again, like I'm saying, may be expressed around this time, whether it's having to do with your career, or you just working through releasing these thoughts and feelings, or still working on transmuting and processing what has changed in a very big way. I feel like I want to get one more astrological card and then maybe another tarot card. So let's see what else wants to come up for the listener. What's most important that we need to talk about? Leo, shine. You see what I'm saying? And this is a 5 card, which is a representation of change. And that's why I'm saying, like, this is a new beginning in Leo season, which has been coming through so strongly in the readings, the zodiac sign readings, and you have Taurus again at the bottom of the deck. That's what the second house rules, is Taurus. Or Taurus rules the second house. And this is talking about cultivating. So you are cultivating something in order to obtain like this abundance in your life, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, like in all areas of your life. But you had to go through this big metamorphosis in order to really step into this power of creativity and who you are meant to become in this life, which is like a magician, someone who creates their reality through what they are attracting, and how they are choosing to keep their vision about their life, and what they are choosing to move towards, and what they're choosing to carry with them and what not to. I guess all this to really say that it's like you know who you are, you know what you want, and you know what you don't want, and you're going to stand in your truth and power, and people can either take it or leave it, kind of energy. That I feel like Leo season is going to be a great positive change for a lot of us signs. Of course, it's going to affect everyone differently. So I'm not saying it's necessarily all rainbows and sunshine, even for those that it is good for. Like, we're of course going to have stuff to still be working on, or challenges to work through. But that's why I feel like this Taurus energy is here as well, to say like, cultivate it, take your time. Slow and steady wins the race. And if you're feeling out of whack or out of alignment, then take that time to realign, to go through or go into introspection mode, where you're able to reconnect with this vision of what it is your dream is for this new beginning. I'm gonna pull like a few more tarot cards here. Let's see what else wants to come out. The 6 of Swords, moving on, yeah, and healing. This is confirming the healing I was talking about. Especially within your mind, because I feel like there's been a Queen of Pentacles, yeah. Oh, that's one. Okay, 7 of Cups. So yeah, there's still going to be some emotions to work through with the 7 of Cups here, because this does talk about emotional confusion, not really sure where to go or what to do. But that's because a lot of you guys are still going through this transition of leaving something that was very either toxic, dealing with a major ending, a breakup, a loss of a loved one, having to leave home. This can talk about survival mode as well, having to leave something like in an emergency situation because of either something that happened to you, or just something that you happen to be involved in that like an experience that was very hurtful that caused you to move away in some form or fashion. But again, it's like you knowing your self-worth and value with the Queen of Pentacles, and that you can take care of yourself, and that you will gain the resources that you want to manifest by continuing to move forward. Slow and steady wins the race. Whoa. And I'm just realizing again, there's a snake. There's a snake again. So it's like through this transmutation, through this healing, and integrating the work, integrating what you have learned in these difficult, challenging experiences in your life, whatever it may be for you, you're going to use that, and it's going to be a resource not only to help fuel you and remember where you've been. So it's like you'll never do the same thing again, because it's like these are the catalysts in our lives where it's like you reach such a low, or it's just such a major ending that it's like you're just not going back. You can't go back. You've learned too much. You've changed too much. And now it's time to like use what you have learned, but also like step into this power of shining your light, and being someone who can help others as well with what you have learned. Like maybe you'll be writing a book. Maybe you'll be being a speaker to other people. But it's like, don't feel like you have to do it all overnight, and don't feel like you're alone in this either, because Spirit is guiding you, helping you, and supporting you. And the universe is aligning things so that things are playing out in your favor, and will help you cultivate the magic and power that has been within you all along. You know what I'm saying? I hope all this made sense, but you have the power to be, do, or have whatever it is that you are wanting. Don't let your past, almost said traumas, but don't let your past challenges lose sight of who you truly are. You're a soul with a body, not a body with a soul. And you're capable of doing whatever it is you want to do, and being whoever you want to be, and creating whatever you want to create. So I hope this helped. I hope it made sense. Thank you so much for choosing me to read your energy. Until next time, have a blessed day.